said she was going to do this, right? The Rutgers, an Adidas school, wearing the black and red of the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, she tweeted it out. Anthony Ashnold said, "Looks good. That's the look. That's the style." So she's wearing her red. Is that the finishing color for her? We'll see. Becka Leathers trailing 1-0. If she wins here, we'll get a third. As the snap down go behind for Jenna Burkert gives her the early lead. So trying to make this a 2-match series. It's Jenna Burkert. She goes to work on top of the gut. She's driving her legs. Didn't get that hip hop to send Leathers over for the turn. So just the 2 points.
And one of our knocks on Jenna last year was maybe not her lack of offense, but maybe her hesitancy to pull the trigger, or maybe to kind of rely on her short offense stuff. But you see her scoring early. You see her scoring often, making life difficult in parterre. Obviously, she didn't get the gut wrench there, but it's one of her biggest assets.
And it puts the pressure. It's not fun defending a gut wrench that tough.
So up 1-0 in the series, won the first match 4-2. Again, got an early takedown there as well, as she's looking to go to
she's got a Russian tie. Here. Taking ground from Leathers, making Leathers adjust, and she's not able to circle to the center. Another point goes to Jenna Burkert.
And that is determination. And again, you see Jenna coming down in weight from 59 kilos last year. Becka coming up from 55. So you see the strength difference. And again, just the determination to drive Leathers out of bounds. Now,
well, and you mentioned, or Willie and Mike Mallon, the pregame show, mentioned she doesn't look like she's having a bad cut, or what she was dropping down weights the right way, is lean and mean, and looks as tough as ever.
Yeah, and she talked about that, right? I mean, when she was a world team member in 2014, it was at 60 kilos, and you know, has wrestled 62 kilos before. Now, much different diet for her, and it's showing in not only, you know, able to drop down, but her energy level on the mat, right? So able to run through with these offensive attacks. Leading 3-0 right now, but you see Leathers maybe going to that double unders.
Yeah, and you know Leathers has a extensive repertoire, training with Kenny Monday and Coleman Scott. She's learning from the best, from the masters of the sport, and she came up, you know, steeped in wrestling. She was one of the first of her generation that was, you know, wrestling full-time, wrestling high school, wrestling in college, and I'd like to see if she can open it up a little bit and reach into that bag of tricks and get back in this match. She's trailing 3-0 with about 35 seconds to go in the first period.
Excellent point there, Spade. Both of these two really, you know, 10 years ago, whatever, when they were cadets, or maybe even a little younger cadets, still in middle school, you kind of would have expected these two to be on the scene. Burkert 3 years, Leathers senior, but Burkert was multiple-time, you know, wrestler of the year coming up in high school, and Leathers a junior world medalist, multiple-time age-level world team member. So this is kind of what's to be expected. These are the only two that were both in Final X last year of all of our Session 1 wrestlers, as Leathers looking to kind of maybe score some points here off this over-under. 3 seconds to go.
She's taking ground but does not pull the trigger, so they walk to their corners. We got a quarter-length towel, and that is the technique from the legendary Coach Monday, over the head, creating a good fan motion for Becka Leathers. There's Jenna Burkert on your screen getting towel down with another quarter-length hotel towel.
Coach Saraki and Coach Jermaine Hodge there in the WCAP corner, and as Spade mentioned, Kenny Monday and Coleman Scott in Leathers corner. And one thing that I've seen, and maybe they're just paying lip service to it, but you look at Kenny Monday's social media, and those girls are on the track all the time. He wants them to be in shape in the second period, and again, Jenna didn't score any points in the second period. Becka got her takedown, was in on a shot late, could have come back and would have won on criteria had she finished that. So Jenna cannot lay off the gas here in this second period.
Absolutely not. We're underway in the second. Throw by. Look at it, take feet to back instead. Leathers bellies out just in time, but Burkert now with a 5-0 lead. She wants to end this. She's got a lace, getting close to locked up. Is it where she wants it? She's going for the turn. This could be our final period of the first session. If Burkert wins, she will wrap up her world team member spot, and we will break in action. We'll have I think we'll go out to the tailgate section, I think is what you and I will do.
Me and Spade will be out the tailgate. Maybe we'll see some of these world team members here. Maybe we'll get to congratulate him, right? We've got 5 world team members already. Jenna looking to make it 6 here in this morning session.
Front headlock, chewing up clock. That's what Burkert wants to do. The clock is her friend. Leathers has to be aware that she has barely 2 minutes to work. Swing single, and Burkert catches her in a front head. They wrestle back up to their feet.
And Spay, when I'm talking about these two coming up, right, you're looking at Jenna, who, like I said, is continuing to push the pace here. Jenna wrestled in the first Youth Olympic Games back in 2010, right? So we've had 3 of those now, and, you know, we've seen, like, Dayton Fix come through there on the men's side, right? Chandler Rogers as well. And then a 3-time junior world team member. So this is kind of what we always expected for Jenna.
The progression that the whole program
and now
was planning on taking.
You know, at 26 years old, she's in the prime of her career. She's at an Olympic weight. She's looking to medal this year and qualify the weight next year for the Olympic Games.
For the Olympic Games, we should point out that Helen Maroulis is not here at Final X, obviously. She was not on the mat pretty much all year. She has been injured. She had to deal with a concussion not that long ago. She did make the 2018 team, but obviously she went 0-1 in Budapest. So this spot right now could be totally up for grabs. Helen could come back, or we could be looking at a potential Olympic team trials and finals match here.
And that's the thing, right? Jenna talked about, she said, I didn't go the Olympic weight in 2015, and it didn't sit well with me. I started my cut too late, and I couldn't make the team. Well, she now wants to be in control of qualifying this weight for the games. And again, not to take anything away from the wrestlers on the mat, but Helen is a world champion and an Olympic champion. So the advantage that Jenna could get now here, if she can close out this match, go get that medal in Kazakhstan, be sitting in the trials finals, and have to make Helen run through, you know, if Helen does compete next year, run through the Olympic trials could be a huge advantage for her.
And time running out on Becka Leathers. If the score holds, it's going to be a shutout victory. Double leg shot from Leathers. She's got her base on her, but Burkert, this is how she won the last match in this sprawl position, chewing up clock, making it tough for Leathers to finish. She can't finish. She didn't finish in the first match. She's not finishing here. Down to the final 10 seconds. It looks like Jenna Burkert is getting back on a world team. We're going to close out this session. Appreciate all the fans watching on social media. Get your Flow Pro accounts for the evening session. Only way to watch is on Flow Pro, and it is going to be pretty rad. I can't wait for those matches. In the meantime, let's congratulate Jenna Burkert for making this team.
Spay, I had a great time calling this with you. I bet Jenna had a ball making her 3rd world team. She pointed to the Army, right, wearing the